Hi, welcome back. We're continuing to look at the transition of your child from primary to secondary school. And in this session, you'll learn 1. Effective and ineffective ways of supporting them during this transition, and 2. A traffic light tool to help you to know if your child is safe from harm. Once your child has started to attend secondary school and has settled into a more confident position among their peers, it's likely they will find new best friends or become part of a group. You may find that your child needs you less and less and start seeking out their own independence. You may also discover that interactions with other children and between groups raise problems around bullying or peer pressure, racism, or even mental health. Children are more likely now to discuss these problems with friends through social media than they are with you. So how do you know if your child is safe from harm in such circumstances? How can you determine if the friends your child chooses to be with or links up with on WhatsApp are the ones you and your partner would wish for them? The short answer is you can't. You can't really do a job of shaping your child to fit your anxiety needs and curb their independence. One of the best ways of influencing your children, however, is to become a cool parent without trying too hard. This means taking an interest not just in their homework, but in their music, their favourite authors, their friends. Letting your children have sleepovers, for example, is a great way to help them feel your support. Organising family trips which include your child's friend is another affirmation. If, however, you do have concerns about some of the other children your child is interacting with, there is a simple tool called a traffic light system you and your partner can use to determine if it requires close monitoring or intervention. This is used by some social workers and therapists, and it looks like this. So if the light is green, this means your child's friends are the same age as your child. Socially, physically, and intellectually, they are similar or equal. The children they have contact with have no serious history of trauma, neglect, or abuse. They share power equally when they're interacting. If the light is amber, then the children are not the same age, physically or mentally. There's an intellectual, social, or emotional difference. There's some evidence of coercion or control from the other child. If the light is red, there is a marked difference in age, physical, social, intellectual capacity. There's probably some history of trauma or abuse. And there's clear evidence of coercion or control from the other child. If the interactions are green, you can relax a little and assume that your child is learning about how to get along with their peers and how to stand up for themselves without too much danger. So even if arguments happen, feelings are bruised, friendships are lost for your child, this is still part of the safe learning process of healthy social relationships for children. If, however, the friendship is within the amber spectrum, then there may be a cause for closer monitoring or checking in with your child, rather than immediately raising overdue concerns or anxiety. Amber children may encourage your child to take more risks than you might otherwise choose for them. As a parent, you may need to help your child to set boundaries, or may need to intervene or discuss your concerns with a teacher or the other child's parent. If, however, the circumstances suggest a red zone contact for your child, then an immediate protection response is called for rather than monitoring an ongoing problem. Speaking as soon as possible with a safeguarding teacher, social worker, or multi-agency staff will help to provide you with the information on what further action you should take. In this session, we've considered effective and ineffective ways of supporting your child in the transition from primary to secondary school. And we've looked at a model for assessing risk when your children begin to interact outside the relative safety of the primary school community. In our next session, we're moving towards the end of mid-stage parenting And Hannah will be looking at how intimacy between you and your partner can ebb and flow during this time. We'll see you there.